Good Marvelous Monday, Sassy Scrappers. How are you all doing? I am going to show you something that I learned this last weekend at a crop. One gal did it and I was kind of impressed. And so I wanted to show you guys. I'm not exactly sure even who the gal was, but she was somebody that was at Lanita Medina's crop this last weekend. So a lot of times we'll have 4 pictures and we'll want to put those 4 pictures across a page. Well, obviously 4 times 3, is 12, not 4 by 4. 4 times 4 is 16. But I want to get them all in sequence. Now, these are just extras, so they don't make sense. But I wanted to do it with these just to kind of show you. I have a 12-inch piece of paper here. Obviously, the colors don't go. This is all just a technique little video here for you. But I'm going to show you how you can get these 4 pictures on this 12-inch piece of paper across horizontally, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these pictures down, and we're going to cut them at 2.5 on either the top or the bottom, and 3.5 on the other end. And I made up some just little templates to kind of show you how I'm going to cut this one like that. I'm going to cut this one like this. Let's see. This one like this, and this one like this. Okay? And as you can see, there isn't a whole lot that I'm cutting out of them to get them this way. So I'm going to pull out my photo trimmer, and I'm going to start with this picture. And basically what I did is I measured over 2.5 inches from the edge. So I'm going to start this one. So 2.5's right there. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to measure 3.5. Can you see it still? 3.5 is right down here. And then I'm just going to put it on my trimmer, and I'm going to cut from that 2.5 inch line to my 3.5 inch line. Put those right on the cut line and cut. Okay, so I've got Hunter here eating. Okay, so this one I'm going to start. And I want my angle on this side so it lines up. So I'm going to put my angle over here. And this one I'm going to measure 3.5 inches from this side then, because I want to cut my angle on this side. So 3.5 and mark it. And I'm going to go to my 2.5 down here. 2.5 and mark it. And then I'm going to angle again. I'm going to go from that line to that line and cut. And then I'm going to be able to put that one right here, right beside it. Okay. So there's 2 of them. And as you can see, I'm only about halfway over. Okay, pick up that scrap. All right, the next one I'm going to do the same way as I did that first one. I'm going to measure over 3.5 at the top and mark it, and 2.5 at the bottom. And I still get my rolls in there, most of them, and cut. So 2 or 3.5 up here, and where's my mark? 2.5 down there. So I still get my lineup of all my food on that one. And then this one's going to be the same thing as the other. Now, this one is a little bit trickier because if I put it clear over on this side, I'm going to miss out. So I'm going to move it over this way. And I'm going to measure this a little bit. I think it's probably a 1/2 inch. It is. I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off of this side to begin with, just because I want to get the boys in there. So it's regularly 4, so I'm going to go to 3.5 and cut it. And now I'm going to cut my angle. Now, obviously, if I cut it at 3.5, that's what my bottom piece should be. Okay, so I just need to mark the 2.5 at the top. So we'll go over here to 2.5 and mark that. So I'm going to go from that mark down to that bottom corner. So from that mark, I can't see it. There it is. It's over further than I thought. From that mark down to the bottom corner. And cut that off. And then that one's going to go right there. Now, if I put these across the page, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures in which I have almost everything. You could even cut them down just a tiny bit smaller, and then you could have a little bit of color in between them. But so there we go, 4 pictures across one page just by cutting some angles. So I hope that that is a little technique that you can use sometime. If you do use it, make sure and post it on Stephs Sassy Scrappers or Steph Thompson CM Independent Advisor so I can see how you did it, okay? So get your creative juices going and see what you can do with this, okay? All right, have a marvelous Monday. Talk to you later. Bye-bye, and stay sassy.